Buddy the dog, what are you doing? You've been sitting back watching all this stuff happening today that hasn't been happening because I haven't been getting anything done, it feels like. But we're going to continue our progress on this. And the first thing I'm going to do, which I've wanted to do for years, and now I actually have the stuff to do it, is I am going to wash it. I'm going to try to get in and get some of this crud off of it in places that has been on it since I bought it. I tried washing it a little bit and I just couldn't get all of that off, and I probably still won't get it all off, but maybe if I keep plugging away at it here and there, eventually we'll get her the way it needs to be. But we want to try to wash it, and then we will see about getting in here and trying to get our box of parts put on. It's got I got some belts and things, and you know, they're just piddly things that I thought it needed last year and I ordered and I never got put on. You know, the AC belt is off of it now, and that's going to be a continual problem. But like I said, my solution for that is going to be maybe a little bit of an oil charge for it, and hopefully that fixes it. But anyway, we're going to get started on this project right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, Ross the Oliver Man. Last time we got the steering cylinder fixed. That's good news, good news. But anyway, now we're gonna wash this up and hopefully, you know, be able to continue on our way. I'm very tempted to go out there and try some field work, but at this point in the day, I might as well just keep fixing stuff. This has to be done anyway before we can use it, so I might as well just do it now. Somebody asked in the last one, even though we've been over this a bunch, how is this a white tractor? Well, it's 100% a white tractor with a Deutz engine, and then they painted them orange and sold them through the old Alice Chalmers dealers. But the tractor is a white. If you have a white Workhorse or any of those series and things, the cab is just darn near identical, you know, because it is a white tractor. Fires right up. What a sweetheart. Oh, it's also still a little bit low on hydraulic oil, but I got more, so we're gonna try to make that correction happen. Oh man, I just ran over a can of brake clean. That's a bummer. Hopefully it wasn't full. I thought I had all the stuff picked up and I missed one. Woohoo, horsey, woohoo. Yeah, fuel gauge doesn't work on here. For a long time, the fuel cylinder was like $1,400, and now you can't even get it. So I just have to fill it every time I use it and hope for the best. I don't even know how much is in here. Probably not full. A while ago it acted like it was, but that's because we were on a downhill slightly. But yeah, it's been mildly washed as I've had it, but never a good full-on douching. So that's what we're gonna give it today. And the birds this year, what is with them? They have crapped on absolutely everything and just made a mess. Even in the shed outside, doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be near a tree. They have made a mess. So that's great. But I'm going to get the pressure washer, which is right over here. I gotta hook the hose back up to it because I borrowed it for something else. But I'm gonna give it a go, see if I can't make this slightly better than it was. All right, that's a lot better from far, but far from good. But at any rate, I got a lot of crap knocked off of it that's been on there for a good while. Hopefully we can just keep up and get more and more off as we go. And hopefully now it'll start and run, but not now. I've blown more trash up there. That's nice. Hopefully we didn't disturb any electrical stuff whilst doing that. That's always the danger on something this highfalutin, I guess you'd say. But yeah. And somebody pointed out something that now has triggered my memory to something that happened before I owned this tractor. Somebody said something about maybe the expansion valve was bad, and that is a very real possibility, because if I remember right, that's up there under the roof. And the guy before me brought this tractor in when I worked at the dealership, and we worked on the air conditioner, and it was starting to twist off on the condenser, maybe, when we were trying to get that loose. And we asked the guy what to do, and he said, don't mess with it. So I'm wondering now if that never got changed, and that is very possible that it's finally crapping out. I don't know, but that is neither here nor there. We're going to try it one more time, whether it is or not, and then sometime when we got nothing to do, we'll take the roof off and we'll mess with that, and possibly maybe we need to replace a blower motor, which would fix our other issue of this melting fuses, because it's done that for a lot of years too. So yeah, what else to say? There's remnants of a birdhouse in memory of birds. I'm sorry, birds, but that's life. You're on my turf, you gotta go. Let's back this up out of the way, providing that it runs and everything works good still. And then we will tackle this box of parts. And I don't even remember what that all is. There's the red pliers. I didn't realize I shoved them down in there. I'm not remembering what this filter's for. We're gonna have to look that up, because there's probably a reason I got that. I don't think that's just the oil filter, but I might be wrong. It might be the engine oil filter. Let's move it, and then we'll do our homework. Like I said, it probably won't run now, or a bunch of lights will be on, just because. Oh, we also need to clean out all the crap out of our cab floor that just accumulates. Birds, eviction. I thought we had a problem. It's smoking more than it should. And what that is birdhouse burning in the exhaust. They like to fly down there too, and then realize they can't get out of there. Birds are a strange lot, you see. They don't really think about what they're doing. They just do things. Let's parts book it here for a minute. You just need to hang out there somewhere. Sit there and look at the hood. Isn't the hood nice? It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Agco parts book, where are you? Oh, that is the hydraulic oil filter. I guess I thought foolishly, and I should have done that, but I guess I thought since it was so low on oil, I was just going to go ahead and change it, but I ain't changing it now. It's go time, and yeah, we already put oil in it. We need to put that other 5 gallons in it too, and that'll be done. Kind of bums me out. I should have changed that filter. I changed it just a year or so ago, so it ought to be fine. I didn't know what we'd get into doing the thing. So, see, there's other pieces in this box. This is now mostly like 1650 hydraulic pieces I needed, so I need to put that away. And I think this is the box we need. It's just got all the belts in it, basically. Because I thought, while we're doing belts, let's just do all the belts. So, sure. Also, I have valve cover gaskets for it sometime that have been riding around in here for a long time. But they're going to ride around for just a little bit more because we ain't got the time. Get out of here. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, sure, this is a cute idea with this hood, but it's really heavy. Yeah, see, do we want to tackle valve cover gaskets right now? Probably not. Should we look in there? I feel like maybe I haven't looked in there for a while. I thought I did last year when I cleaned it all up real good to make sure that it was clean. But now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I did that or not. See, we're gonna struggle the whole way. There's just no good way here to do it today. Oh, yeah, it looks clean. I think I was in there. It's Deutz green in there. See that Deutz green? There's a little bit of that left over they had in their spray guns. I guess the valve covers aren't that hard to change because you can get to them through these covers. The push tube seals are not a walk in the park because you would have, yeah, I don't remember how I did that on the others, but let's just hope that's not, we don't need to think about that right now. Let's see, the sad thing about these tractors is, oh, I don't have an alternator belt anymore either. I guess I remember that now. I guess that also happened, but I wonder why it didn't have any lights on the dash. That's kind of bizarre, but okay. The sad thing about these is that they kind of forsook them as far as parts and whatnot. I mean, I guess they made so few of them in the grand scheme of things that they just didn't. They just didn't care finally or something. I mean, if you go to get stuff for it, there's just not a lot that's available, and that's unfortunate. I'm trying to remember how this goes. We just did this last year and I forgot already. Yeah, there's our idler that we need to unhook from, and then we got to fish around because the blower belt is the last thing to go on, and I'm not sure that you can get that on without taking something else loose here. Well, I might be lying. There's part of our belt. It goes up through there, but it's that tube. I'm not sure about that tube. And I'm not sure how you get that. Okay, there is a, that's the idler. Yeah, it's open. But I don't think you can get it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to study on that again. It's been a lot of many moons since anything like that would have taken place in my life. I might be able to snake it through there. No, I don't know. And I think that's just an oil return from when it oils that fan. and then it drains back in, kind of like your turbo drain would be, I think. Like I said, it's been a, yeah, see there's your, I'm pretty sure your oil going in up top, and then that just drains her down. I don't know. It's not going to be easy. Just let's face it now. It's going to be a struggle. We're going to wish we hadn't. But, you know, I tried to get even that connection joint that goes up further, and you can't get that either. So I need to be monitoring that situation and trying to make all right with the world. This poor old thing is just a different horse. I bet if I take the, if I move that clamp different, can you see what I'm talking about? The spring or the squeezy clamp up there. I'm thinking if I move that different, I could probably, well, that might only be holding that rubber on. I might be able to slide that down and get enough room to get that in there. And then that would be problem solved. And then I need to get alternator belt on first, and then air conditioner belt, and then finally the new blower belt. But it's all going to start with me falling to the ground because I ran off the edge of the rock pile. It's all going to start with taking that tensioner loose, unhooking the belt from that, and I believe that just takes a 1/2 inch. Watching me, so let me go get a 1/2 inch watching me and see what we can do. All right, is this the right tool for the job? Probably not. Are we gonna use it anyway? Probably yes. Okay, I think we have to take it off of there and then let this go down. And I think it's got a lot more, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's got a lot more springiness to it. Now we need to get in there and, oh, we're gonna squeezy clamp it. Let's see, can't get that piece of rubber down because this will come off, I think. But I think also my air conditioning bracketry is in the way of it. It's just it's amazing how they put this together and just crammed her in there hoping that it would work. We're not worrying about any serviceability. This isn't the right tool for the job. I really need a vice grip that I can lock. All right. Now, dummy, can you see what's happening? No. The fur's in the way. Sometimes you got to push the fur out of the way so you can see how to get in there. Okay. Come on, you. Come on, you. Let's take that down. Ew. I think there's a bug in my shirt. I don't know what kind it was, but it's past tense now. Alright. Doesn't that just come down off of there? That's just a rubber flap. Maybe that's enough. You gotta go, this is like a puzzle. You gotta go down, down there, up there. Now it's in there. I think I got it. What a puzzle. It'll come out of there though now. I'm wondering if I should wait to pull that out so I don't forget how that goes in a second. Because that would be something I would do, forget. Let's start with other belts. Let's see if I can get the alternator belt on. You know what would be a smart thing to do? Get the tools to loosen the alternator. Ooh. There. It's like Plinko, except for an idiot. I really wish I could get you a better view of what's happening, but there's just no room in here. It's like there's room for me or you. There, that kind of works. This has got to go in. It's so close, and I think it will go easy if I'm just on the same page, and I don't think I am. I think I need to be on the back. Do I need to be on the back pulley? It's hard to say because it doesn't even, there's not even any paint wear lines that I can see to speak of. How's that look? That looks more better. Like that is where that goes. We're gonna have to get a actual correct tools to tension here. I just kind of have been faking it. Faking it for your pleasure there, so you could see what was happening. And there's something about the AC, I don't remember. It's kind of a struggle, I think, to get it. I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I don't know what combination of wrenches I need, is what I'm saying. Here's the AC belt. We'll burn that off right away. Well, oh, maybe we're not too smart. That's highly possible. Now, bolt, you can't be that tight. We just had you loose last year. That's nuts. You probably, let's put you there. Now you can see mine struggle, comp. Yeah. For some reason, this bolt has decided to become the tightest it's ever been. And I don't get that because we just had this loose last year. So how can that be? I also can't physically see whether it's turning on the other side. I don't think it is. I think it's definitely loose in there. But I think what the problem is that does not really do the thing as far as keeping that tight. It's the bottom two are really tight, and I don't remember how I did that because they're way up under here. Like I gotta go through there. If I just gave it a hug like this, or did I go through the frame? How did I do this thing? I don't know. I can get on the bolt there, but I can't turn it, see? And you gotta be able to turn it, see? Okay. Oh, that's not very tight. Okay, what's happening? You gotta move. Sorry, friends, but you're in the way. You can try to hang out there, you'll probably get knocked off to the ground. That's loose. Come on. Come on. Don't. Okay, another thing we need to do. I don't remember how I held it to tension it, because it's very finicky and it's aluminum and I don't want to pry on it too much. But I don't remember if I stuck a pry bar in from out here and was able to get it to hold tight, or if I went from the other side. I could potentially go from, if I use the long ratchet as a pry bar, maybe. No, that's too long. That's too long. How often do you hear that? Not very much. Okay. Let me think about that. Did I go here? If I went here, that won't do it. It has to be from in there. So I have to get something that's big enough that it's stout enough to use as a pry bar, but it's nimble enough to get in there and pull on that tightly. And then the same thing will go for alternator, which I might be able to do that with. I might be able to do that with this. Yeah. So let's do that one while we're thinking about it. Oh, that's a cool wrinkle. That explains the nut on the back side. The threads are shot in the alternator. There. That's good. That's solid. Now we're back to our original problem of prying on the... Okay, you hang out there. Maybe I can use the vice grip as a pry bar. I need to have my tools though ready for everything else, and I don't know. Oh, it's on the bottom. I see it. Nope, that's not going to work. I felt like there was a very specific way that you had to do this, because it's not, it doesn't pivot like you think it would. Their geometry on this is really goofy. It has to go like more up than it does out. It goes like straight up, and then that tightens it. Because if you try to go the wrong way, it doesn't actually do any tightening. But I don't know how I got there to get that to do that thing. That's where I feel that bottom bolt came into play. I think I had to use it to tighten it once I got this all the way up. Because see, this ear's broke, and it almost makes me wonder if that's not what somebody tried to use it as a pry thing. Because that would be about right. That would be about the right geometry for what we're wanting to do here. And I don't know. Yeah, see, that won't do it. It has to be like up here. And more of like a lifting action. And I don't think I got... I think I have to take that other one loose, because I don't think it's unless it's already loose. I can't see. And see, it's gonna spin. This, they did not give you much. They did not give you much room to do anything. And that is a shame, because we need more room. Alright. Well, I got my wrench on the back side now. So I either need to get a second wrench like that, or I need to find something else that I can turn that nut loose with to get the other bottom one loose, and then I'll try to pivot that top again. But it's a bizarre pull, because you don't have, it's like it's too close. It's not, most things you would pull out to tighten, and this you have to go like slightly up but a little bit out. Not really. It's, the adjuster is sticking straight up, if that makes sense to you. I have this obstruction wrench, and I don't know, well that might actually work here. That might give us a, I say that and then I totally screwed the pooch on that. It needs to actually go on this one. Okay, come on. No, wait a minute. It needs to go up this way. So I need to start out lower. Oh, riveting footage, I know. Is that loose enough? There. That did loosen it up some. So let's go back to our original thing of trying to tighten it. See, now that's good, but that's not enough. We need this back now. And we need that ready to go, because I feel like we won't get come on. This is a struggle. Oh no, it's turning on the back side now. Oh. Well, so much for that. Let me there's just no good way. Like so many things on this tractor, there's just no good way. Let me put this on there. Now I'm gonna put this, let's put this one on the tightening bolt. Let's use this thing to pry with. Oh, that's not going to let me do that. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh, I don't know if we really got that or not. I guess it doesn't matter, because we're going to burn this belt up anyway, probably. Because we won't catch it. if it starts smoking. Okay, come on. Can we hold it? Ah. All right. Let's see here. How did we do this a minute ago? Ouch. Should have put that back in there. No. We're going to put this one on here. Come on. And we got to put this one back here. And we're going to tighten. Okay, we're going to say hooray for Hollywood on that one. Can we get that off of there again now? Probably not. That wrench is now a permanent fixture of the 9650. Come on, there we go. Okay, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? Wrong. We got this expensive feller. That's not the word I'd like to use. We're going to try to get that poked down through there. Actually, I think it will go right now. I think I have it right at the edge. Or not. Okay, we're going to have to go to the other side to see what's happening. It'll go. Maybe it'll go. Maybe it'll go. Maybe it'll go. Oh, there it goes. Now, we just have to do that in reverse. Boy, that's going to be fun. This belt's probably good enough, but I figured since we were doing them, we might as well do this one too. I promptly got it stuck somehow. There we go. Yeah, it's got a little bit of dry cracking, but it would have went again. I'm pretty sure. Now, this is going to be a trick. We got to feed it up through that hole. I'm not sure why. We're struggling. We might have to go the other side. I don't know. It's very frustrating. Oh yeah, you can't see it from there. You got to see it from here. Oh, there's another piece of belt we missed. See, we got to get that belt through this hole. And I don't know, unless you're supposed to do it. Oh, maybe you're supposed to go. Maybe you're supposed to get it through back there further first. I did it a different way a minute ago, but I bet if you go like if you jump it over this, oh geez. Okay, we'll get it. It's just a math problem we got to figure out, and we're not good at math. We're on the way. We're working on the way. I think that will help us if we can manage to get that to work that way. I'm gonna go to the other side. Okay. There's halfway. Let's go around. Let's jump it back here. Did that get it? I think it did. It feels like it. I'm not as dumb as you look. That goes up there. And then it's brushed through here. It will go over here around the idler in a minute when we get that far. Now we need to get it around that bottom pulley though before we do anything. We need to put that rubber piece back. Kind of, sort of. See, it's got them little, it's like a rubber piece with a little lip on it to hook over and cover the hole. And then the squeezy clamp holds it in place. There, beautiful. Now if we get it on the pulleys, we'll be good. Oh yeah, I forgot about another thing back here. I forgot about it being so close to that AC thing. I should have put this on first. Where I tightened the belt there. Alright, now we gotta get this the rest of the way on, which we are not doing very good. We're gonna have to go around the wheel, and you'll probably have to move because you're pretty well in the way. Alright, so what has to happen here is, actually I think a while ago I put it on there first, and then I did this number here, and I don't know that that's enough of a number. I don't think so. Yeah, there's where you hit the real spring tension. Till this time I was just hitting the fake spring tension. Now. Come on. Did that get him? I think I did. I think we did. I think we did. I think we got it. I think we got this done. How is this possible? It's got all new belts on it till it chews that one off. Wow. Well, I'm gonna get a fuse and try to jam it in there, and we're gonna start it up and see if we got her fixed. We obviously didn't fix the compressor problem, but it'll run for a little bit. It took all of these to change a few belts. Isn't that crazy? Let's get in the cab. I was gonna cheat, but we'll get in the cab. We got blower. We have air conditioner compressor running. It usually only did it after a long time. Ah, refreshing cold air. It's not gonna last, but it'll last us a little while. It might do better on these days when it's not where it's charging. All right, well, we're gonna call this fixed, or actually we're gonna call this back to the same level that it was last year before sadness happened. I don't know that that's gonna last for us or do any better, but I think I'm still gonna try to give it a little bit of oil charge just to see if that don't help it. You know, I think I agree with a viewer that said that expansion valve needs changed, but I don't have time to do it now, so we're just gonna ride this pony into the ground. And maybe we'll get lucky. It'll be a nice cool day like today, and we don't really need the air conditioner all that much. But that's on our list of things to do now that I remembered about that, because I do remember that taking place in the dealership, having the roof off, and we couldn't get that out of there. So what it's going to happen to me is I'm going to have to replace the whole thing, the condenser and you know what I'm saying. I'm not using the right words to say, but the thing up there with the holes like this and the expansion valve, because I can't get one off of the other, if I remember that right, and that's what I'm thinking of. And it was this tractor, I'm pretty sure. But I worked on a lot of them in there, so I can't remember everything that happened to every one, but that would make sense. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. The one of those that's up there, it's nighttime and my brain is shut off. I can't remember anything. So, at any rate, I'm going to call this a success because I got rid of my box of parts and everything works again. Even though it probably won't work for long, it's working now, and that's good enough. We'll tackle the next hurdle when we get to that. You know, there's other things to do on this, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't get a ton of hours on it every year, so we can just try to limp ourselves by, you know. And that's how she's going to go. So, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.